The hole cutter is by far the easiest way to install an eyelet. However, you can do it by hand, and in this video we're going to show you. Basically, mark the forelegs with a pen or a pencil. Then take a pocket knife and cut a little bit on the inside of those marks. You have to remember those legs are actually on the outside of this position, so we're cutting a little bit on the inside. Make the 4 slits in the material for the legs to fit through. When you're done doing that, simply insert the eyelet through those slits. Turn over your material, and then place the washer on the back side. After that's done, we'll take a blunt object and we'll bend those legs over. Either a screwdriver, needle nose pliers, or any kind of tool that has a blunt end. In this illustration, we're using just the end of a pocket knife. Alright, we do that for all 4 legs. Do it there, that one's done. Move it on to the next one. And then do the same for all 4 legs. Alright, now after all 4 legs are bent over, then we have to concentrate on cutting out that excess material in the center. Now, since we don't have a number 2 hole cutter, we're going to use a pocket knife. If we had a number 2 hole cutter, we'd be cutting that spot in the center out first, and we'll show you that a little bit later in this video. So we cut out the bulk of the material with a pocket knife or with a razor blade. Be careful not to cut yourself. And then to clean up this hole, we'll use a hot knife or a soldering gun. Obviously, a soldering gun with a more sharp tip would be better than this one that we're showing here. Clean up the hole again, and you're done. Now, be patient. This process is a little bit longer, but if you only have a few snaps, it saves you about about $50 actually, instead of buying a hole cutter. Works great. Now let's talk about using the number 2 hole cutter for the spur grommet. It can be used both for spur grommets and also for these common sense fastener eyelet installations. Simply mark the center of the eyelet and then the 4 legs, and then take your number 2 hole cutter and place it on the top part of that circle, and then use your hammer and cut it out, and then place it on the bottom part of the circle, and there you have an oval. All that's left now is to cut the slits for the 4 legs, and this is a lot faster installation than having to use a pocket knife to cut out the center. There you go.